You imagine you started out using a particular textbook to teach. And then the ministry asks you to send a requisition to say what books you need. You send the requisition and you said, I need a Pattern Roy book. And I need so many copies. When the books come, instead of you receiving your Pattern Roy book, they bring a Harry and Tom book and give you. That is the reality of book distribution in Guyana, in the system. Many teachers would have started out using one particular textbook. When they ask for another book, for added books, additional books, the same type of book, you don't get the same type of book all the time. That's rare. Some book can come, some reprinted book can come, and it does not cover the work. I recall a colleague of mine speaking about teaching her a subject, giving the children the notes. She said, good, we got the textbook come. Explain to our students, this is what you will use, and you will write this information from the book. She recognized that, when she explained to our students that this should be done, the students said, no, that's not in the book. When she do finally check the book is different. Part of the book is the same and part is not the same. And we are talking about textbook distribution. What we need to see with the textbook distribution, that people take their time and ensure that people get the right materials that is needed so that they can do their work. I buy my own books. I get my own books sent from overseas that I think would help my work because it's very costly here. And so I would get it to come in because I have persons in the education system in different parts of the world. So I can draw from them information that I need because of my subject area that I teach. And I believe when I teach, my students must be able to comprehend, they must be able to understand things in detail. So you always look for the book that gives clear explanation and detailed explanation for the student. And so my books, I use my own books, whatever they provide, whatever I can use, I use. But generally, I source my own books because I can't depend on the system to get what I want. They wouldn't want to buy them. And just like me, there are other colleagues, other people in the teaching profession that can make the same complaint. The Madam Minister also went on to talk about training of teachers. And the training done now is better than the training done years before. Oh, come on. I want to know what methodology she used. How can you compare a teacher who's been trained for 20 plus years in the system, teaching, as against a teacher who just finished graduating from CPC? We know the proverb, experienced teacher's wisdom. A teacher who's been in the classroom, a practicing teacher for years, could close the eye and teach most time the entire syllabus or teach a particular content because they're versed, they're experienced in it, they understand it. They will give you a whole wide range of methodology to teach a particular topic because they have the experience. A teacher that just come out of college would not have that teaching experience, teaching practice. It's just for a number of sessions. It does not give them the kind of experience they need. So I don't know how a minister could say that that the programs that are being done now are better. We are changing times. But what we would have learned in our time at college is very much relevant and will continue to be relevant today. So when you jump to make those kind of comments on social media, it speaks very poorly of her interpretation and examination of what is happening in the education system. Added to that, the Madam Minister spoke about grants. And I want to talk a little about these grants. The grant is that these people are giving you if you have 10 children in your class, each child is entitled to $4,500. So that's how the money is distributed. So if I have 10 students in my class, it will be 10 by 4, 5. If another teacher got 20 students in their class, it will be 20 by 4, 5. Now, those monies, the teacher got to look at the needs for the class. They are doing needs assessment. Ministry don't do that. A needs assessment. Because if they do, certain things they would not be saying or the action would speak different. A teacher might recognize, I need a water dispenser in my classroom. I need to have a fan in the classroom because the students are not comfortable. I need to have a extension cord in the classroom because we have students there who might want to charge their computers and all these things. Now, after this teacher would have identified all that is happening, I want people to understand what's happening in the education system. After people would have identified all that is happening inside of their classroom, it is now the responsibility of the teacher to go to a store, get a quotation for what their see the needs are for the classroom, then bring back the quotation to the school. They got to catch a bus, go to the store, catch a bus, come back, get a quotation, take it into the persons in charge of the finance, collect the exact money, then they got to go back and buy. Now, sometimes you go get a quotation today and tomorrow you go the product gone. People may not have it. And you could imagine the challenge. So that's an added work for teachers. But yet still you see all the talk and the play up that, hey, this is happening, that is happening, the teacher's getting this, that teacher ain't getting anything. And that's what we need people to understand. It's not the teachers getting no money. I would have told my colleagues, don't spend the money, the ministry spend their own money, because we hear now from the minister saying how people thief in money and that kind of thing. Let them go and spend the money and bring the items. Let us produce the list for you and you go do your shopping and bring the items. But you know what? The items they will bring many of times is be substandard. You imagine collecting skipping rope for 3-year-old in a secondary school. These are some of the foolishness you have to deal with. So when they're out there talking about the grants that they're giving for the children, let them tell you what it involves. Some of the head teachers and so forth, when they're dealing with it, they want to treat the teachers like if the teachers ain't got a brain and they don't know how to spend the money. So for me, to save my colleagues and the other teachers, let the ministry take the grant and go and shop. Let the school give y'all the list of the things they need for class, and they should go do the shopping and save the teacher the stress of trying to be an accountant, to go to the market to shop and then go back and then being treated unfairly. Some of these people don't even want you to take passage to go try to pay a taxi, jump in a bus to go and get a quotation, jump in a bus to come back. So teachers leaving home to go and jump in a bus to go, jump in a bus to come back. And this should not be something that is acceptable. So when teachers are calling for better working conditions and calling for increased pay, we have a right to. Who pays us when we have to sit and counsel, or we have to sit and go through? We love our students, so teachers will go all out to ensure that the students are successful. Now I saw the Madam Minister also posted how she can celebrate high grades. Yes, but it's not your work. The high grades, the celebration should be for the teachers who you refuse to engage the union so that they can be comfortable. The minister don't teach no class. The minister's be in your office. So yes, if come on the youth time you could show off, make sure the teacher's comfortable. Make sure the teacher is comfortable. That is what needs to be done. Because we have to go through the sacrifice of working. People don't understand. When you have exam class tour, you might give guidance to a child. The child will go and do what they think they should do instead of following the actual guidance. Then the teacher will have to go back over again with that child. This is what you must do. This is what you'll do. When you're doing SBA, it's a step-by-step process to help those students to compile and put together their report. It's a process. Sometimes you mark one child SBA 10 times. 10 times. Who pays the teacher? And that's why I want to call on people this morning. Y'all join the strike. Join the protest and get the ministry and the government to engage the teachers. Being a national bully, as they appear to be, can't work. It can't work. I must commend my colleagues who continue to stand up. They use the race card, it ain't working. They're coming out and finding all kind of things they want to say about the union. It ain't gonna work because it looks very embarrassing to see You posting information since 2003. 2003, the government was the PPP government. And how many years we were under oppression with this PPPC government? Y'all didn't see the issues that the union had then in 2018 when they were saying that the president wanted to be ceremonial, President Granger. But now, when the time comes for you to put your mouth and the money where it should be, you're going to dig up this, dig up that, dig up that. That does not change the fact that teachers have needs. And so we have a right to make our voices heard. It is just sad to see that you have 1 week past and they still didn't find the time to get the union to the table so that they can sit and negotiate in the best interest of the teacher. Instead, we have a whole week, union dues stop, teacher salary cut, police going to the head teachers for information. We're supposed to report to no police, report to Ministry of Education. So the police have been doing the right work. They're on the road to tell you, but they can't stand up here, they can't stand up there, and all these things. That's not what's supposed to be happening. You going out here, you're keeping meetings, you're trying to dig up this, you're trying to say that, you're trying to find all the reasons why you want to engage the union, who the teachers signed an agreement with so that you could take out the union dues to represent their interests. I am sure if you are to reach with every individual teacher, you're going to get problems. So you might as well engage the union because every teacher will have something to report. What about the teachers when you have to go to school and the school compound and clean? They clean the front and they left the back. Only yesterday I was in Diamond. There's a primary school, New Grove Diamond. Every time I go, I'm amazed. These people clean up the inside. And when you on the outside, the grass high in the drains outside the back of the school, people complain about snakes coming up there. Nobody's cleaning it. The NDC even cleaning it. But you're telling people that teachers don't have a right to call for what is right and fair and just? Hell no. We have to make our voices heard. We got to make our voices heard. They have to engage the union and come to a decision when it comes to our teachers. Teachers have rights just like our students and everybody else. It is not fair when you leave your home to go to an environment where it is not conducive for working or learning. Is the teacher trying to make do with what's happening? They have a lot of school fees with Bush. I want to know if they think I teach PE and sports at the let the world know and sociology. And every time I sit down and I think about it, is it they're not cleaning the field because of me? It is not, you're not affecting me, you're affecting the students. Is it you're not providing these resources to the teachers because you like the teachers? You're not affecting the teachers, you're affecting the students. So just like how you have the Because We Care grant money, we want to see the Because We Care action where the Ministry of Education will engage, the government is going to engage the union to come up with a decision that the teachers can be comfortable. And so we on the breadline, we will continue to fight, we will continue to speak, we will not be silent. The government must engage the union so we can have a proper decision when it comes to representing the interests of the teachers. All we are digging up, y'all went in government since then, so y'all should stop digging. And I'm happy that when I see on Facebook, people are making comments, people are waking up. So who should be blamed for all what you're saying? You were the government. You're in government now. In 2018, you were not government, so you were out there giving your support, wiping your mouth. We got recording of the current president saying that teachers and public servants deserve 50%. Now, yesterday we see the begging for patience and thinking about things expected in 2027 when they're enjoying all the half of the money. Come on. Teachers have families to take care of. Teachers have needs. Teachers want to go to their classroom and be comfortable. You know, it's amazing also, and the public should know. We're out there fighting for our rights, and these people at the back, before they hustle and try to start looking for the monies or whatever, or come up with the proper negotiation with the teachers, you're hearing things like, They can find people. They're gonna pay other people for mark people SBA. I hope the parents will pay attention, because if a child is not being taught by a particular teacher, the teacher will understand that person, whoever it is they can find, won't understand where your child is and how prepared your child is for the exam. They now come in to do something, but instead of doing that and bringing the money to the teachers, you're hearing things like they can find other people to do the marking. Foolishness. Find the money and pay the teachers. You're hearing things like they're running around to go and bribe teachers privately for going to schools. No, 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 no. Pay the teachers. And I want to encourage my colleagues, let us stand united on this front. We're not asking for anything that we don't deserve. We deserve better working conditions. We deserve to be respected. And the fact that the government decides to be a national bully, saying all manner of things and doing all manner of things, that should empower us to go out, stand up, and speak. Their meanness reflects their weakness, and that's why we need to stand up and speak out. We need to stand. So, colleagues, we have another. We are moving full force ahead, standing up for our rights, calling for our rights to be respected as educators, because we have the nation's children at heart. They don't. If they had the nation's children at heart, they would have done call the union and start engaging and let me get things going, because these children are important to us. Don't go about the place looking for things that they can't handle. Don't go about the place trying to post things that makes no sense. Just like out 2018, the strike was supported by your government, which was then the opposition. Y'all better support the teachers now and pay us. And pay us well. Guyana is the fastest growing economy in the world. And because of that, we deserve to enjoy the wealth of this nation. We're educating the nation. And so we will continue to stand, we will continue to call. I must thank those parents who are cooperating with us. Some of them coming out on the road, some of them bringing water, juice, whatever it is to give assistance to help the teachers. Because we recognize, we commend all those who continue to come and stand with us as we continue to fight for our rights and our justice. We as a nation, we need to stand up. We can't continue down the path we're going. Cost of living keep climbing. Every time you go to the market, the price is going up, but the salary ain't going nowhere. And so we will continue to call on the government to do what is right by the teachers. Engage our union, come to decision so that the teachers can return with their babies in the classroom. Our students are near and dear to us. If this government like our students, they wouldn't have got me 1 week going and still in budget and playing their national bullies. And I want to encourage people, y'all go to church today, tomorrow, pray. Prayer's got to work. Pray, go on your knees and pray for them so that the stony hearts can wake up and they will recognize that we are asking for what is right, what is fair, and what is just. That being said, today I want to thank all of you for joining with me this morning. I am happy to always represent and engage with you on a weekly basis and represent you throughout the week as I continue to stand for our people. In closing this morning, let me repeat the phrase. It says, meanness is a sign of weakness. And that's a message to the PPPC government. Meanness is a sign of weakness. Your meanness to the teachers is a sign of your weakness as a government. God bless all of you and do enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.